Guys, Chessa Woodchecker here, and I'm in our office in our warehouse, and I am ready to share the newest quilting and sewing products available to order now on our website, checkerdisc.com. Checker Distributors is your one-stop for quilt shops looking to fill their stores with the best notions, patterns, books, the latest fabrics. And if you're a shop owner, you can easily add these to your cart. And if you're a consumer, you can stop at your local quilt shop to shop there or ask them to order it for you. And today I'm going to be sharing samples from Daylight, Kai, Kimberbell, Fabric Confetti, Yazi, and even more. And Maria, our Creative Grids coordinator, is going to be joining me for a demo on the brand new 60-degree tiny diamond ruler, which was designed by Krista Mosier. And she's going to walk you through how to use the ruler and touch base on the new companion pattern that goes with it from Cut Loose Press. And as you guys know, we supply quilt shops all around the world. And if any of our customers that are in Europe are planning to attend H&H Cologne, that's in Germany next week, Byron and Jim will be there. So if you haven't already scheduled an appointment, make sure you come by and say hi and see what great things they brought to the show for you. And we even have a free one-day show admission and local train travel ticket just for you. You're just simply going to request these when you make an appointment. And we're going to add Byron's email in the comment section so you can easily send him an email if you have not already. And if your shop calls you away, there's no worries because this video does stay on Facebook and YouTube, and you can always come back and rewatch it or continue watching when you find the time. So let's see who's watching today. Hello, Shelly, Friendship Star Quilt Shop. Hello, Patricia and Kathy. Hello to our buyer, Deb, standing by, answer any questions. That's great. Christine is here from Amelia Scott Designs. We have some great stuff from them to show you today. One in particular is hanging behind me already. So let's get started with new books from Schiffer Publishing. So first up is Stitch with One Line. So many stitchers and embroidery fans love the aesthetic of minimalism and one-line designs. They just appeal due to their perfect clarity and style. So in the early 20th century, one-line drawings were made fashionable by no less than Picasso. And in this book, your crafters are going to learn why they're so powerful and how they work. These projects range from easy to advanced. Plus, you're going to learn how to make one-line designs from anything or any type of object that you see. Next up is Counted Shishiko. This has 31 projects. There's 80 Kogan and 200 Hijashi patterns. So there's two beautiful Japanese styles that are not found in any other books. It is very popular, and it's the first book on stitching these two little-known traditional styles. The Japanese expert Kiko Sakamoto will walk you through her extensive study of them while living in the American Midwest, and it's just going to explain these intriguing embroidery designs. So Counted Shishiko embroidery. See, you have step-by-step color charts with the grid. Very easy to follow along. Next, I have two books that are for absolute beginners. We have Sunny Stitches, Sweet and Simple. So you're going to stitch on the bright side with these 16 adorable embroidery projects for the absolute beginner. And it's written by popular fiber artist and designer Celeste Johnston, and it features uplifting projects that focus on a positive message, the beauty of nature, and simple pleasures. Sunny Stitches. Next up is Freshly Stitched, which is modern embroidery. Again, this is another absolute beginner series book. You're going to have 12 beautiful patterns in here. This is also by Celeste. And it's just everything you need. You have houseplants, flowers, animals, some uplifting words. So you're going to learn essentials, what fabrics are best to work with, how to transfer your patterns, how to use the correct posture so that you don't get sore. And then you're going to move on to the 12 great projects, and they're organized in simplicity and get more intense as you get through the book. And you even have great little questions and a little note section in each chapter. From Stash Books is the Ultimate Guide to Free Motion Quiltings with no other than Angela Walters. You have tips, techniques, and 104 designs. There's inspiring photos, practical tips for making your quilting its best, full color diagrams and pictures. It's a very extensive library. It's over 320 pages. So lots of great stuff in here. The Ultimate Guide to Free Motion Quilting with Angela Walters. Next up is Hand Stitch Oasis. This is also from Stash Book. This is a step-by-step guide with 35 techniques by Teresa Lawson. A picture might be worth 1,000 words, but it looks even more when it comes alive. It's worth even more when it comes alive through creative and passionate embroidery. So I could sit here and flip through this book like I've been doing, but I've actually been kind enough to send in samples. So this is what you see on the cover. We were looking at it around the office, and it was just noted that the pictures don't do it justice. The in-depth that is done with this, there's actually paint on here, and the layering and the fading with the colors. Just so much goes into it. And here's a little bit different season where we all kind of want to be on the beach right now. So this book is great. It's going to begin with a lesson on creating a design from memory or a photo. There's 35 techniques to add realistic elements to your embroidery. You're going to stitch from various textures. You're going to do things like foliage. You can see here you have the sand, the texture of the trees, the outdoor. So there's just a lot that goes into this step-by-step instruction book for basic stitches. The Hand Stitch Oasis from Stash. Next is Crochet Lovable Dogs from Zaka Workshop. I'm just going to flip through it here. Maria giggling over there because she knows what I'm going to show you. I'm going to flip through it really quick so you can kind of see the color instructions step by step. Great pictures. But I have something even better than the book. I have actual dog samples. So I was carrying these down the hallway to the studio, and I actually got stopped because someone thought that I was actually carrying a little dog around the office. Now that would have been fun, wouldn't it? So here you have 3 dogs just to show you up close here. Cindy, I think we're on split views. There you go. So you can just see the detail and texture and how realistic these look. You have Pomeranians, Maltese, Shih Tzus, Yorkies, Dachshunds, Poodles. There's a very large variety of different dogs. You can cuddle with these. As you can see, you can make them so they're standing up, they're sitting, they're laying down. It's a very detailed looking, very real looking. Like I said, I got stopped in the hallway. Why do you have your dog here? I don't. But so these are crochet lovable dogs from Zaka Workshop. I'm gonna go ahead and give you these 2 dogs, Maria.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Aren't they so cute?
Hold my puppies for a little bit.
So, kind of going to go off a little bit here. If you didn't check your email earlier today, we sent email announcing a 1-day sale. There's a special discount on Wyndham Prints by Marcia Durst. So this is an alternative and creative collection. It has by an established modern fiber artist and fabric designer. For the last 2 decades, Marcia has honored and honed and perfected her technique for creating unique pieces of hand-dyed and hand-painted fabric, and she brings a completely new vocabulary of color to the quilting world. So after our little show is over, hop on over to our private Facebook page just for our customers and learn more about the 1-day sale today, or check your email for the special discount on the Wyndham Prints by Marcia Durst. So behind me here, hanging is just one of the samples from Amelia Scott Designs' book, which is Perfect Pairings. And I left the book in my office. I had it right next to my phone too, so that I would bring it. And I'm going to talk for a minute. Yeah, if you don't get it, thank you. It should be next to my mouse. The appliques are on top of it. Thank you. So as you can see, this quote in the background screams summer. Ice cream, the weather, that actually we're almost in the 70s today. So Auntie Ems, if you're watching, I'm about ready to break out my flip-flops. I was thinking about you. And it's just beautiful applique. There's 2 great blocks, and they're just going to look great together, as you can see. And of course, you guys know when they're nice blocks like this, you can easily make your quilt bigger or make it smaller. You make a coordinating table runner, a matching pillow. And best of all, the applique shapes are actually stitched with a sewing machine or with an embroidery machine. So there's lots of options with Perfect Pairings. I'm going to show you another one while we wait for Maria to get back with the book. This one is Windmills and Tulips. More springy, but still making me think of that beautiful weather. Our weather has been warm enough on and off that I do believe a lot of people's tulips are starting to break out of the ground. It's nice to be able to change all the colors to match. So these beautiful tulips. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So here's just a close-up of some of the blocks or embroidery that you're going to do. Once the camera catches up, there it goes. It's beautiful. So here is the book. Great color photographs, step by step. For your sewing machine, the templates are reversed and they're provided as a downloadable PDF. For your embroidery machines, the largest one requires a 7 by 10 inch stitch field and has all those great file formats available. So you really should be able to do this with any of the machines you have. So let's go ahead and show a few more of the quilts from her trunk show. The next one has a nice fall vibe to it. I also really like fall. Looking forward to that too, because it's not so wet like it is right now. Just nice and relaxing.
Drizzly,
You haven't
rainy,
noticed
spongy backyard. Yeah, it's all there.
And just the 2 blocks, or really actually for me. There's so much you can do with it. And the beautiful stitch work on the border, the embroidery. Beautiful.
I just love the texture the embroidery gives to the edges.
Yeah, it gives a
Of things.
little depth to it.
I'm pretty good at a satin stitch on my sewing machine, but the embroidery machine does such a better job.
Well, the great thing about this one is that you can
I
use
can do
either. Yes. Next, oh, what do we got this weekend? St. Patty's Day. I will be happily sitting at home.
Where we all become Irish for the weekend.
Oh, I think I'm the wrong one.
We don't bury you.
Nice Irish.
I'm greens.
Yeah, they're really bright. The video never does it justice, but
And her quilting is shamrocks and
yeah, if you can see that, maybe, maybe not. Beautiful. And I think there's two more. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, my favorite holiday, everybody knows.
Christmas.
How'd you know?
Well, there's a tree on it, so I
I do not still have my Christmas tree up. Mom, if you're listening, no, you're not. I might have told her I was going to be taking it down, and I didn't, but that's okay. Beautiful trees and stars. Great little embroidery or quilting again. Bulbs,
that
leaves.
might be in the embroidery hoop. I didn't look at these to see how they're made, but it could be she quilted it with her embroidery machine too.
It's possible. I think she was watching. She might be able to
Yeah.
jump in and let us know.
Let us know if we're right or not. How was this one done?
Nobody can explain it better than the designers themselves, but we really try to do them justice. And your pumpkin patch. What did I just unplug? Oh, okay. I unplugged the light. But it's the light, it's fine. Again, nice. That's not the 9 patch, that's what? A lot of patches.
1, 2, 3, 20 patch.
Beautiful. It gives such an intricate look to it, and that thread is like a neon thread. That looks really nice in the white.
Christine said, yes, they're all quilted with her embroidery machine.
Perfect. Thank you for letting us know. And probably the viewers are probably wondering too. It wasn't just for us though. We're just adding things to the list we want to make though. Me and Maria's list doubles in length every Facebook Live episode. So that's all from her Perfect Pairings book. Did I give it to you? Did I put it in? Nope, I have it. Sorry. I'm gonna have to let Maria look through it before we ship it back to you. Perfect Pairings, Amelie Scott design. Okay. So next I have cute little table topper by Janine Babish Design. It's the My Soul table topper. So she's kind enough to set it in both ways.
A table runner, not a tabletop.
Yeah. So this one she has in that Ackfeld hanger that we have on our website. So this is the My Soul tabletop display. And then she also did it as kind of like a hanging little banner. Very cute. You got the little thread and oh, it's not a body form. What is it?
The dress form.
Dress form. Forgot the first word. And your little pin cushion, tomato, the iconic tomato pin cushion. So this is a craft made in the hoop, expression of your love for sewing, and this fun design just incorporates everything we know and love about this hobby. Thank you. And next I have a quilt from Purple Moose Designs. It is a big quilt, so Maria's gonna have to help me.
That's good.
So you do it off screen, they couldn't tell it. You were hunched over from the weights. Purple Moose Design.
And
This
there's
is
some
shattered.
really beautiful quilting on here.
If you can tell on the back, just look at all that detailed machine quilting. Just sometimes the backs look just as beautiful as the front.
Well, and looking up close, she's got so many little details within the half square triangles and the squares. It's not just an edge to edge quilting. She must have been having fun with this.
I want to show, flip it and show a little bit more. Sure. It is a 75-inch square, so beautiful. Shattered from Purple Moose Designs. And next from Fabric Confetti, get great into the spring, the summer, the weather we all love, is the Dancing Flowers Bench Pillow. Now, this pattern is based on a smaller version of the flowers from her Potpourri quilt pattern. The exact design sizes are listed at the top of each of the hooping stitch out. The pattern also contains mirror and non-mirrored templates for cutting out shapes and cutting instructions in your FG cutting files if you're using an electronic cutter machine. So lots of things are covered in this Dancing Flowers bench pillow pattern. When I grabbed the pillow form for it this morning when I got in the office, I told everybody I was gonna go take a nap. Don't come looking for me because Jess is resting. But I wouldn't even want to lay on it. It's so pretty. I would just want it on display all the time. So this was from Fabric Confetti, the Dancing Flowers Bench Pillow. So this is a good time to remind you that all of these items are linked on our post. There's a pinned comment as well that's going to take you to all of these items specifically on our website so you can easily add them to your shopping cart and check out when we're all done. So next we're going to head back onto the table here so that I can show you from a Zaka Workshop the petite patchwork macaroon. And when they say petite, man, they aren't kidding. Look at how cute and little these are. Embellished this one with a little button on top. So the instructions included are for 3 simple patchwork designs. They're perfect for using up your most special scraps that you're not ready to part with. Your zipper and your discs are included in your package. And then they always have the option to buy more separately so that you don't have to buy the whole pattern kit over again. You can just buy the pieces you need. Next up from Kai is this multi-purpose scissor that is designed for do-it-yourself projects, hobbies, crafting, sewing. It features a wire stripper. It has this nice cover on it. There's a micro serrated edge that's going to assist you in cutting soft or slippery fabrics. It's versatile for short detailed cuts and also great for long cuts. From Kai Scissors, it's 16 centimeters. Next, I have some stuff from Yazi. This is the new all-purpose storage bag. I think on our website, we are actually calling it a fat quarter bag because if you look, this beautiful picture here on the front, look how nice those fat quarters fit in it. But you can also use it to store all sorts of other things because it does have divided compartments. You see here, you have this beautiful divided compartment. There's still the paper in it, but your nice see-through vinyl pockets. You have 2 pockets here. You have 1 big pocket down here. So lots of great things you can do with this. I have seen people embroider them to customize them so that they stand out at a retreat. So, it's collapsible. As you can see, it came nice and small. It's not going to take up a lot of space in your shop or your office or sewing room if you're not using it, but it does open up nice and large. And of course, it's available in the variety of colors you know and love from Yazi. Now I have just a couple more things before we let Maria talk to you. We're going to talk about this Kimberbell Quilting Through the Seasons ladder quilt. It has interchangeable elements for winter, spring, summer, and fall.
I was expecting that pile of parts to.
Oh no, I put it down here so you didn't have to worry about
Very
it.
carefully.
So just look at all of the things. I think Maria pointed out down here. Where were those? Oh, these flowers.
In the base.
Just come in and out. Yep. So you can change them out for the seasons. I might have dropped one, so I didn't have to find that.
too.
So, you know, this is meant to be a ladder quilt. It's not meant for us to take it on the road and show it. So we dropped a couple pieces. So all your pieces are interchangeable. These flowers on Velcro. These frames, Velcro. This blue is on these adorable little clothespins. Show some more of this on the bottom here. So there's that vase. There's more flowers here. Spring is in the air. This is buttons. You can take these on and off. Let's show some of the cute pieces
Oh, the flowers.
for the other holidays. You found the flowers? These beautiful, oh look, these ones have a little different bottom to put in it. Look at those snowflakes.
So you take them out and put those in.
Just slide it in. This one says, "Snow place like home." Cute little bow. Ooh, what does the banner say for this one? Does it say burr? It says burr. Burr. How cute is that? So you could just swap that out here where it says bloom. So that's the winter ones. I'll keep this organized so you don't have to clean it up before you come show. Here we have a fall one too. Cute little frame with the pumpkins. Hello, pumpkin. And as you can imagine, flowers, all of that to coordinate to make this a fall one if you're ready for fall. I love interchangeable pieces. I'm the type of person who likes to decorate for all the holidays. The girls in the office can attest to that. I'm a big holiday person, so something interchangeable like that is super fun. They're all in either 5x7 or 8x10 machine embroidery hoops. So pretty common sizes, right? I'm still just getting into embroidery, so I'm still learning a little bit about that. And
Let's not do that.
snow one, yeah.
Keep our snows together.
So,
So one quilt, 4 seasons.
one quilt, 4 seasons. And there is, I don't have it, but it's on our website. There is a coordinating tote pattern. There's also a thread kit and a fabric kit. And of course, you all know Kimberbell, an embellishment kit. So everything you could possibly need to make this beautiful ladder quilt or the coordinating tote bag to go with it from Kimberbell. Quilting through the seasons. Beautiful. Thank you for being my ladder for my quilts. And I'm going to talk about, I don't know if you saw this little lamp hanging out over here. This is the floor version. When Maria's done folding that, I'm going to get the table version. It'll be a little easier to talk to you about, but it's from Daylight, I think.
Was not expecting
It's
that
got some
weight.
weight to it, yeah. So it's not going to tip over.
It's not going anywhere.
It's very sturdy. I'm not gonna get that one in. Okay. It just goes to show you those pieces come out if you're not using them. I did that on purpose. But so you have your beautiful shade here. It's in this beautiful kind of bronzy copper color. You know, that is so popular. And it has a phone holder here so you can use it as you're working, or in some of the mock-up pictures you'll see, they are using this to light up their stage and record what they're doing. So it's great for filming as well because you have your built-in light and phone holder. And then on the side here, it's covered to be protected, is this magnifying glass. How great is this? You light it up and you're working and you can easily see. So this is available in a table and a floor. I'm going to bring the floor over a little bit. This is the one I accidentally unplugged earlier. Hold on. And I want to talk to you about the cool things that this lamp itself does. So you click it and it turns on. You see it's nice and bright. You could see it turn on in the screen, even though we have all these lights already on. And you can twist it to dim it or make it brighter, so adjustability. And you have your different temperatures. So you're just gonna hold this. It does take a few seconds. And then, oh, see, now you're more of a warm. We were on a cool setting. Hold it again. Now we're on an extremely warm setting. This is a setting I like having around the office. It's just easier on my eyes. And let's go back to the cool. And you're back to that setting again, dim. And it does have an adjustable head here, so you can position it as you needed. And this one, just like the table one, has your magnifier and your phone mount. And it's just a simple push button to turn it on and off, and it just kind of fades out. So these are, oh, I don't even think I said the names of them. These are the Anita table and floor lamps from Daylight. It's got that advanced LED technology, that premium magnifying glass. So it's just going to take your crafting experience to new heights. The Anita table and floor lamps. Now, 2 more items. Oh, and there's a little tray. Duh, didn't talk about that. There's trays on both of them, so you can put,
And it does this.
and it rotates, yes. So you can put your pencils in it, or your thread, your needles,
Bobbins.
snacks.
Oh, yes.
Just like the way I'm thinking. So lots of great options, and that there, it's, I mean, I love the coppery look. It's so different. It's beautiful.
Very pretty.
So next I have the Postcard Project number 8 in the series, which is the 2-tone tumbler. This is from Jen Kingwell Designs. You can kind of get an idea of what you're making on the back here. The tumblers are very popular. That beautiful orange. So like I said, this is number 8, so there's multiple ones out there already. And lastly from me today, besides the giveaway I have to talk about when Maria's done, is this palette builder from C&T. C&T is known for having all sorts of color sets and color wheels, and we use them in the office a lot when we're developing new products, trying to pick fabrics for a quilt. There's just lots of great things that being an artist or a designer, that these are great, from vibrant to muted, the shades that are in the color wheels. You know, they talk about the colors on opposite ends go together. Oops. My bad. I did have a loose scissor. There we go. I got it. So as you open it up, there is 4 mini color wheels in it that you'll be able to take out and play with. Got your tones and tones. I see the camera lagging a little bit, so I'm trying to be careful. So you have tints, tones, shades, and neutrals all included in this palette builder, which was designed by Joan Wolfram. So I am going to let Maria talk about this cutie patootie tiny diamond ruler from Creative Grids designed by Krista Mosher. So go for it.
Every girl loves diamonds.
Yes.
Switch our piles of stuff here quick. So, as Tressa showed you before, we have a brand new 60-degree diamond tiny ruler. So now this one will do strips and strip sets up to 3.5 inches. So if you're making projects that call for those smaller parts, how great is it going to be to have this to trim all of those things? Plus, we have a really cute little table runner to show you that Krista wrote to go with Cut Loose Press. You're going to get the fully illustrated instructions with it. So when you unwrap this, all of the basics for how to cut these shapes are included right there in your insert. This is Oh Say Can You See from Cut Loose Press. And you can see there's no actual diamonds in there. So she's used some of the other shapes she can cut with this ruler in order to make this cute little table runner. So as long as we've got time, let's take a little walk and I'll show you how to cut those parts. I'm going to start with the 3.5-inch strip first, because that covers the whole ruler. I'm going to use my rotating mat because I'm going to need to cut on either side of the ruler. And this makes it easy for me to turn that strip around. So take your tiny diamond, lay it right on that strip. I'm going to trim that right side and that tip at the top so that when I go to put these together, there's no tiny little triangles getting caught in my sewing machine. Turn that mat around because I'm a right-handed cutter. Cut that other side and the tip. And just like that, I've got 2 diamonds cut. If I need more, I'm just going to keep working my way across the strip. Hardly any waste at all, just those little tips that I'm cutting off, and you're just going to keep on going. If a smaller diamond is what you need today, I'm going to pull out my 2.5-inch strip. Take that diamond and I'm going to find where it says 2.5 inches. This outer edge and the 2.5-inch line are going to line up on the raw edges of the strip. And same thing, I'm going to cut, rotate my mat. Pick up that ruler and turn it around so I can line up the raw edge and the 2.5-inch line again on the edges of the strip and cut a 2.5-inch diamond. And how cute are those? Again, I'm going to work my way across the strip depending how many diamonds I need for the project. I don't often work with 1.5-inch strips, but since we came out with the 1.5-inch square, oh boy, several months ago, I've gotten a little more into 1.5-inch pieces. So with the marks on the ruler again, I'm going to lay that down on the strip and do the very same thing. Rotate that ruler around, line up the 1.5-inch lines again with the raw edges. And I've got diamonds. And right there are the 3 sizes that the ruler is marked out for. Maybe you need some triangles for your project. This is that edge that I stopped cutting the diamonds with, so I'm just going to use that again. On that ruler, I'm going to find the 3.5-inch dotted line across here, and I want to cut this triangle out. I'm going to move it over just a little bit, but you could snug it right up to that cut edge. I'm going to cut up the side and cut off this little tip at the bottom. Rotate it so I can reach the other side carefully. And just like that, I've got a perfect little triangle. If I need more, you can just line that ruler up on that cut line that you just did. Now I have to turn it because I'm not left-handed.
Look at how smooth that is with that rotating mat.
I love this rotating mat for this. Knock off that little tip and knock off this little tip. The foam surface underneath this rotating mat keeps it from moving around on the table while I do this, which I think is really great. Same process for the other size strips. Two and a half inch square means I want the 2.5 inch line. And there's 2 circles there that say 2.5 on either side. And remember, our grip allows you to move that ruler around until you've got it positioned where you want it. When I give it a little bit of pressure, it's not going to go anywhere while I cut. Turn that around. Now, I kind of like that. Thank you. It is really hot in here at the end of this program. Now, I want to knock off those tips down there because I love sewing when those are gone. So I'm just going to move the ruler, line up that 3.5 inch dotted line and the raw edge, and whack off that sharp little tip. Same thing for the other side. And just like that. And because we don't want to leave out the 1.5 inch strip, that is the smallest one I can cut. Same thing again, I'm going to cut on all those sides. Clean the debris off my mat once in a while here.
But look how little waste.
I know, very, very little waste. And here we go again. Square off those tips for easy stitching. I don't mind this fussy little trimming before I get started because it makes my sewing go so much smoother if I don't have to keep pulling the little tails out of the sewing machine. It doesn't always try to eat them, but sometimes it does. So, diamonds, triangles. Next, let's cut some hexagons, because with the lines on this ruler, you could also do hexagons. Starting with the 3.5 inch strip. There's a white dotted line here and a white dotted line there that outline that largest hexagon. I'm going to line those up with the raw edges of the strip. I'm going to get some little marks like this. I could be a little bit more careful maybe when I hit the corner, but you've got plenty of room on the strip. And there's a hexagon. I'm going to move it over to cut the next one and keep going until I have all the parts I need. For the 2.5 inch, there's an outline right here for that 2.5 inch hexagon. So I'm going to need an end, and I'm going to start with my angled leftover here and cut those 2 sides. Turn that whole thing around again and turn the ruler around. Now I'm going to find those marks for the 2.5 inch. And there's my hexagon. Again, keep going if you need more. Same thing's going to happen for the 1.5 inch. Those outlines are way over here towards the edge. White dotted lines on the raw edges of the strip. Only a new good clever thing to do with all the debris that I create when I'm trimming.
I think it might be too small for your scrap quilt.
Yeah, that is too small for my scrap tape.
Never thought I'd heard Maria say it's too small to use.
Some of these little shavings are. And there you go. 3.5 inch, 2.5 inch, and a 1.5 inch hexagon. If you'll notice on the tool, there's also holes in the corners for marking. So if you like to mark where you're going to stitch to, or just for lining up with those parts, those are included right on the ruler. And let's cut 2.5 inch strip. Let's do a parallelogram.
You got a strip on your right side too. If you're
Oh, I have so many strips. We'll do this one, see it's got a little bit more. Now, I'm going to find that 2.5 inch mark again. We did here for the diamond. We did here for the hexagon. I'm going to do from here to here now for this parallelogram. I think that's the right word. So turn the mat around. And I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to move that ruler over and knock off that little tip. Little 1.5 inch strips were short to begin with. They're getting really short now.
good thing I know where you can get more fabric.
Right down the hall of my office, there's a few more pieces.
Do you need them?
No, I'm good. I think so. So now I'm going to do a 1.5 inch. I'm going to find that 1.5 inch mark again. Depending on the length that you need, it's going to look something like this when you're done. So to get that size, I'm going to line up the 1.5 inch mark here, the 2.5 inch mark at the tail end, and there we go. When you open up the patterns, it's going to tell you what size you need and how to cut it and all of that. This just gives you a little overview of the shapes that you can get. So one final shape before I go. Back to our 2.5 inch strip. And if I've got the names of these shapes wrong, I'm so sorry, but I think this is the trapezoid. I loved all those words in geometry class, but I can't tell you that I was exactly really good at remembering what they all were. But here is that dotted line there. Oh, thank you. Cut out that side. Turn it and cut the other. And look at on the quilt here. Can we see this on the table? Here is the shape for what's going to go into this table runner too, which I think is kind of cool. 1.5 inch strip is the same process again, just different lines. You want this shape. So I'm lining up with the 2.5 inch right here on the bottom of my 1.5 inch strip. Knock off those little tails. Move that up and knock off that final tail so that I get this. So what a fun variety of shapes you can get with this one ruler. Let's see, those are both same diamonds. Ha, I must really like those. And do I have them all? Oh, here, thank you. So many scraps that got lost on the table. All right, here is the pattern. Oh, say, can you see? Which is by Krista Moser. So it's item number CLP KMS 008. And it's this beautiful black, red, white, and blue celebration for your picnic table or your table at home. You're going to get cutting instructions, the instructions on how to construct it, layout, etc. All of that right there in this little pattern. Hold
You
on.
can see, sorry, Mar-
You're good.
on the end, you have the stars on each side. So no matter which way you're looking at it, it's right side up.
Correct. So what a fun use of those shapes. I am now sweating from the top of my head.
The things we do for you guys. It does get really toasty in here.
It is very toasty in here. So that is the new 60-degree diamond tiny from Krista Moser. You got to come back and finish your thing here.
Yeah,
And Chessa's got more for you, so I'm going to turn it back over to Chessa. Would you like me to swipe this away? Okay. I'm going to leave my mess right here on the table where it is. See you all real
That's my
soon.
giveaway.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Thank you, Maria. She puts a lot of time and work into getting these demos ready for you in the product video. So we really appreciate everything you do, Maria.
Thank you.
And of course, she's a built-in teacher for us here in the office. So to wrap up today's live, we have another great giveaway, and we're celebrating National Quilting Month, if you guys didn't already know. And a big thank you to all of our vendors who are included in this giveaway. C&T, the Hand Stitch Oasis book that I was showing you guys patterns from or samples from earlier. We have the Ultimate Guide to Free Motion Quilting from Angela Walters, which is from Stash. From Vivolux, I have this 3x optical grade magnifier. It's extra large. We have the Cut Loose Press, oh say can you see pattern, which of course if we're going to give you the pattern, we have to give you a chance to get the new ruler. And yeah, so a great giveaway for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. You guys know, if you don't know, the giveaway is on our private page that you have to be a member of. It is exclusive for Checker customers. So make sure you join that. You're going to need to like and comment on the post. And you're going to have until 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, because we had daylight savings time. It was a little rough this week, losing that hour. But so you're going to have until 5 on this coming Friday, March 15th, to register to win this giveaway. Good luck to all of our customers. Our Germany accounts, we hope to see you in Cologne at H&H. If your question did not get answered, I think we got everything. We will check, so stay posted to see our response. And all the items are available on our website and in the description of this video. And we're going to see you in a month on Wednesday, April 17th.